Hello, everyone. My name is Jacqueline Hunt. I am a life coach for adults on the autism spectrum. And my team of coaches and I work with people on the spectrum to teach a variety of real life skills. These real life skills include social skills, communication skills, independent living, college, career development. Um, what we do really encompasses a wide range. In terms of social skills, we also teach nonverbal communication, so body language, eye contact. Um, Even in the verbal word, what we're saying out loud, there's a lot of nonverbals going on: inflection, tone of voice, emphasis, things like that. So we work on those skills with people on the spectrum. In addition to working with people on the autism spectrum, we also work with family members. We see a lot of parents. Sometimes we see siblings, grandparents often reach out to us. We work with professionals who may or may not have clients on the spectrum, but they might suspect they do. Case managers, psychologists, psychiatrists. We work with everyone, and we really have a unique perspective um, on the autistic mind and how we work with them. I think it's very important to understand how the autistic mind works in order to teach the people we work with. And for the people who are not on the spectrum, it's very important for them to learn how their son or daughter might be thinking, how to best communicate with them, how to be more effective as a teacher or other professional. So what we do really encompasses a lot. We see people anywhere from age 14 to 75 is the range right now. It's not unusual for us to have people reach out to us later in life. They want to switch careers, recently found out their child is on the spectrum and they suspect they might be on the spectrum too, or their spouse. We often work with ASD relationships, so where one or both partners are on the spectrum. So we kind of do some couples coaching there. We also, a lot of times we get asked the question, do any of your coaches, are any of your coaches on the spectrum? And yes, we do have coaches who are on the spectrum. We also have neurotypical coaches. Neurotypical is, pretty much how we label somebody who doesn't show ASD symptoms or tendencies or whatever you want to call them. We generally do not focus on the diagnosis. We pay more attention to the areas our clients are struggling in, and we work to improve upon those areas. A lot of clients come to us because they're interested in starting up a romantic relationship. We do a lot of work on what's expected in a romantic relationship, how to meet somebody. We really break things down into small step-by-step pieces. I like to compare it to me personally. I'm not naturally good at math, but if somebody sat down with me, went really slow, taught me step by step how to do a math problem, eventually I would pick up on it. Eventually I would learn how to do it. Eventually I would learn to generalize that problem to other similar problems, and I would get better at it. I may never be a mathematician or a calculus major, but I'd get enough to get by in life and do everything I need to do in my life. And I believe that it's the same thing with social skills and communication skills and the things that most of us learn more intuitively. I believe people on the spectrum can all learn it. They just need to be specifically taught. And what frequently happens, people on the spectrum are often very intelligent, and they come up with their own theories of what's going on in social situations. And very often those theories tend to be incorrect. So, for example, a client might say, "I'm ugly." And the reality is they're actually very attractive, physically attractive, but they've come to the conclusion that they're ugly because women aren't interested in them, or men aren't interested in them, whatever their orientation is or gender is. And they came to a conclusion based on the wrong facts. It's not that they're ugly, it's that they tend to make certain social mistakes that ended a relationship before it had the chance to start. Or a relationship was going along okay, and some sort of social mistake or misunderstanding caused that relationship to not continue, or gave somebody a bad vibe, or whatever it may be. So we work on that. We work on a lot of things. These are just some examples that are popping into my head now that many parents and people on the spectrum who reach out to us ask me. Let me think. Relationships are a big thing. Couples relationships are a big thing. The majority of our client base is either about to enter college or university. They're already in college or university, and they often get a culture shock because they've mastered the high school environment, and the college university environment is so much more socially demanding, more people, more social interaction, more independence. And that's why one of the main points I bring up when talking about what I do is independence. Can you get yourself up in the morning by yourself, or with an alarm clock, or with some other method? Making schedules, getting organized. Number one predictor of college success is not academic ability, and so many people on the spectrum, not everybody, but so many do well academically in high school, and they struggle academically in college, and it's because of the social problems they're having, the communication problems, or not asking for help when they need it, because sometimes in high school the help just appears, especially if you have an IEP and other accommodations and you're used to things being taken care of for you. Then college can sometimes be a real big shock. We also talk about how to get your accommodations in college, whether it's more time on tests, or being able to record a lecture, being able to have some extra time with the professor. We encourage, we remind you about these things. We try to get you to go out there and take care of these things on your own, because once you're out there in the college environment, your parents usually cannot take care of anything for you anymore. And, the main goal in life is to be as independent as we possibly can be. And I believe that we're never truly independent, none of us. We are interdependent. We are social society where we're interdependent on each other. We need people to survive. We need people to accomplish things. We need other people to help us. So the number one predictor of success in college, in life, is the ability to ask for help when you need it. And, a lot of people are wary of working with a coach. And it's nothing like therapy. I'm a trained therapist. I understand therapy. I believe in therapy. Therapy is wonderful, but I have found that people on the spectrum need a little bit more than emotional therapy. We need to work on real life issues, solve problems, learn the steps to solve problems on our own, and let's say the job process. It's not just write your resume, go on the interview, get the job. It's, taking those first steps to create a resume, write a resume, get references. We have to break this down into smaller pieces. Prepping for a job interview, role playing, looking for 9 times out of 10 when I ask a client a standard job interview question, they do not have an answer. And so we role play job interview skills. We role play possible scenarios. We talk about what the employer is looking for and why. Why being brutally honest is sometimes a little too much for somebody to handle. And we talk about it, we discuss it, we talk about the theory, we teach it just like a math problem, step by step, until our clients get it. Then after you get the job, you have to make sure you're interacting with the other employees appropriately. You have to make sure you're responding to your boss appropriately. So it's not just getting the job. We're also with you to maintain that job over a long period of time. On average, we see clients for about 6 months, start off on a weekly basis. We like to start off on a weekly basis because it takes time to get to know each other, build trust, work on issues. We then start backing off to every other week, once a month. Then we're probably on an as needed basis. Some clients we see longer, some clients we see for a shorter period of time, depending on if it's a quick, easy goal. Sometimes we see clients on a more long-term basis if it's what that client needs. Every client we strive to see in as few amount of sessions as possible, because the goal is not to be seeing us forever. The goal is to become as independent as possible. Many clients come to us and they've been in therapy many years, and we don't want to see that. We want to see real progress in almost immediately, and we tend to see progress immediately. Like I said earlier, I myself am a coach. I have a team of 5 coaches currently. That will increase over time. Coaches on the spectrum, coaches with different professional backgrounds. All of our coaches have their unique set of skills. I pair clients with a coach that is best suited to their individual needs. If a client needs more organization, I know who to send them to. If a client needs more role-playing social skills, I know who to send them to. If a client needs more hands-on, in-person interaction, I know who to send them to. So we try to cover all the bases in terms of our varying needs that our clients have. Initially we had more male clients than female clients. That is evened out. We see just as many female clients as we do male clients. We see many parents, and we try to take a holistic approach to what we do. This is just a quick overview in order for me to know how I can specifically help you in your situation. I would love to talk to you, speak to you on the phone. Some people who aren't comfortable with the phone, we're very responsive through text and email. Email is usually the quickest way to reach out to me. And we can talk about your needs, let you know what we can do about it. We typically do evaluation the first session, and then we carry out a plan of action for each subsequent session after that. It's fun, it's engaging, it's something that our clients may be hesitant in the beginning, but once they meet us, they tend to really enjoy the experience. And it's important to be having fun and enjoying yourself in order to learn. And that's what we're learning. We're learning skills that were never specifically taught to us in school, in the home environment. And I often have a parent come to me and say, I've been trying to teach him this for years and years, and you guys taught him in such a short period of time. And sometimes hearing it from a professional on the outside who isn't emotionally invested can make a huge difference. We tend to say things in a slightly different way than parents tend to. Parents often become a broken record and seemingly repeat, and their child may not hear, or they weren't getting the message the first few times, the message still wasn't getting across. We tend to try to break cycles. We often get into patterns and cycles, and bringing in a coach can help break those cycles. Many parents tell us they have finally had the chance to take a step back and let their adult child shine without them being so hands-on, and that's always wonderful to hear. What we do is rewarding. Our coaches love what they do. They're very passionate about what they do because it's meaningful and purposeful. And when you see your clients succeeding at their relationships, meeting a romantic interest, succeeding in school, getting that job and keeping it, accomplishing their goals in life, That's what it's all about. That's what we love to do. And if you are interested in coaching, we don't just work with people on the spectrum. We see people with any social needs or social difficulties. We often see clients with ADHD. We often see clients with, suspect that they might be on the spectrum but have no diagnosis. We as coaches do not diagnose. We as coaches cannot accept insurance, but we try to make our prices as competitive as possible with out-of-pocket providers. And we, again, try to see you in as few sessions as possible because we understand it is an expense. On the other hand, parents have told us even though it was an expense, it was an investment in their child's future. Adults who have come to us themselves have said it was an investment in their future, and that's what we're going for. Investing in your future, learning the skills you need now so that you can be successful down the road and feel comfortable, confident, live up to your fullest potential, and be content in life. That's what we do. I hope you visit our website if you'd like to learn more. Send us an email, give us a call. There's a variety of ways to reach out to us on our website. I'll have that information either in the video or in the information below the video. And if you have any other questions or would like me to do a video on some specific topic, I would be happy to do so. Just leave it down in the comment section, and I will do my best to get back to that as soon as possible. And we hope and look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you.